Sam Nujoma's story. If it was not for Ovaherero, the following people would not be here. Late Herman Andimba and the first president. Late Levi Nganjone freed Herman Andimba from a house arrest of Ombara Kambonde jOvandonga. Sam Nujoma was made who he is by Ovaherero under the leadership of late Ombara Hosea Komombumbi, Katjikururume Kutako of Otjimungunda royal clan. Three things happened to first president, and it was because of late Clemens Mutuurunge Kapuuo and late Mitiri Betholdt Himumuine. A school is renamed after him in Katutura, who taught him how to read and write at St. Barnabas Night School, gave him a wife whose hand in the marriage was asked for by late Peter Kandjou, and finally, we organized his departure to leave the country from Toasis, Omongua, in the modern days Omaheke Region. Those are very important dynamics around the first president that I do not hear anytime someone is talking about his journey.
I repeat, if there was no Ovaherero, there wouldn't be a Sam Nujoma today. I will emphasize the absence of the WAMBOES and the making of Nuujoma in the early stages. This truth must be told since these are historical facts. From Omongua to Epiko, the car in which the first president traveled was driven by late Kate Munchingat, the father of the first Auditor General Dr. Fanuel Chingat, and late Johannes Karuai, the father of late Judge Foni Karuai. He was dropped in Epiko, and from there late Archbishop Asaria Camberona, who was born in South Africa, drove this car to the border of Namibia and Botswana. From there Kandjou Stanley took over with his famous Chevrolet. Inside Botswana he was dressed in Ovaherero lady's dress to hide him from authority. Mrs. Katjikururume, the mother of the owner of Paiku restaurant, late Zongwaro, gave her dress for that purpose. Did you guys hear about her? No. Why not? It is not necessary to draw the attention of the rest on the nations to the contribution of the Ovaherero to free this nation. The first president was hosted by late Daniel Munamava, whose name is appearing on the street between Nampost Telecom Holdings and DBN, Daniel Munamava Street. He is the same person who took the first president further until through to Zimbabwe. He drove with the first president from Otjimungunda until Zim. Very important role there, but not mentioned anywhere during his 90th birthday messages. Some people are claiming political currency using these historical events. The only people who made sure that this country is freed are Ovaherero. I am talking about this because this is what I know since I grew up from this mighty nation of Ovaherero. Late Kutako sent 4 people abroad, late Rev. Michael Scott, ADV Jerry Rotunda Kozongizi, Prof. Mbaruma Karana, and First President. All they had to do was to go to the United Nations to ask this body to return the mandate over Namibia back to the citizens of this country. Today we are being told these heroes were puppets and helped the enemy to colonize this country. This country was never colonized, but the minority apartheid regime was given this country to babysit in 1915 by the League of Nations. That is why late Ombara Kutako saw it fit to address the United Nations that replaced the League of Nations. It was the right thing to do. Therefore, Ovaherero were never puppets, and we started the liberation struggle of this country. In fact, we are the link between the two struggles, the war of resistance and the war of liberation. Since 1940, just tell me which Wambo was screaming for nationhood in this country. Let us straighten the narrative and make sure that this political currency some have is distributed fairly and equitably. We are not second-class citizens in this country. We are not going to submit to numerical tyranny called majority in flat English. Majority was never necessary before 1989, so it should not be necessary after 1989.